Okay, so I guess. Oh, okay. The story's continuing. When we enter the school building, we find that the red fog has filled the halls as well, ruining our visibility. The hallway seems to go on forever, and the classroom lining both sides are distorted. Though this is familiar to the way this building had been in the TV world, the red fog increases the creepiness tenfold. The fog even mutes our footsteps as we proceed. As we walk along, Koromaru-san growls.
Koromaru-san? It would seem there's someone inside this classroom.
A door reading music room is slightly ajar, and the fog is pouring through the crack. I put my hand on the door. Kenku and I slightly nod to one another. I throw open the door and Kenku and Koromaru-san rush inside. I follow them. In the centre of the music room is a cross, just like the ones we saw on the monitor in the helicopter. The person tied to it is Akihiko-san.
Sonata-san, we'll get you down at once!
Who? Ken?
Kenku rushes over the cross and unbinds Akihiko-san. Akihiko-san is quite weak and he stumbles once he is released from the ropes. Kenku and I hold him up on our shoulders.
Thanks for saving me, Ken. Labras. And Koromaru too?
Sorry to barge in on you. I couldn't wait to hear your stories, so I came here.
I'm glad you're so impatient. Sorry about this.
I'm glad you're safe now. Where are the others?
Ah, am I late again? Sorry guys, my bad.
I turn around in surprise at a sudden voice from behind us. A man wearing a backwards baseball cap is standing at the music room's door.
Oh hey, Ken And Koromaru. And, are you Labras?
Junpei-san, it's been a long time. I'm glad you made it here. Did you run into Yukari-san along the way?
Junpei-san. Beginning personal scan. Identified. Junpei Iori. As I thought, he is another of Mitsuru-san's comrades since high school. He is currently listed as a member of the auxiliary staff of the Shadow Operatives.
Glad? You're glad about stealing the limelight from me?
Kinken's expression changes and he quietly moves his spear into combat position. Scanning, subject confirmed as Shadow.
You're on to me already, huh? Oh well, I wasn't gonna try to hide it anyway.
I've never faced Junpei-san before.
Kenkun laughs to himself and takes a step forward. Koromaru stands closely by him. Seeing the two of them so ready for battle makes me blurt out my doubts.
Hey, Ken-kun, are you okay with fighting somebody who looks just like one of your buddies? I mean, aren't you afraid? Like, what if that's the real one?
Kenkun smiles at me. He then explains himself in a tone of voice that makes me feel silly for doubting him.
That's a silly question, Labras-san. Even if it did turn out to be the real Junpei-san, if I'm truly being challenged, then I can never back down. Truly challenged? Yes. When it comes down to it, I will stand up and fight for anything I truly believe in. Even if I must do so against my own companions.
Looks like you're finally learning to talk like that, Ken.
Akihiko-san!
Labras, let me tell you something. Even if the enemy you face is someone you once counted as a friend, in a battle for your beliefs, the bonds formed between true comrades will never break.
Are you trying to bore me to submission? Let's get this over with already. Bring on the rain!
The fake Junpei-san summons the red pillars. Akihiko-san looks confused for a moment, but Kenkun explains the rules to him.
Selfish rules as always. Normally I'd take him on, but let me take a quick break from the fighting for now.
Yes, please rest, Sonata-san. We can handle this.
Akihiko-san smiles happily and takes a step back. Kenkun stands firmly in front of the shadow and takes a position. His role is so powerful that this young man looks strong, even to me. But I can't forget that I'm a shadow operative as well.
I can do it too.
Well, we haven't played as Labras in a while. So I guess I'm going to be Labras? I guess. I don't know. It doesn't really matter that much, but yeah. Oh man, there's one of my problems with the whole thought process of fighting for what you believe in is it's a little bit too tied to religion for my own liking, even though I don't think that's what it's trying to indicate, of course. But like for example, sometimes it's better to not fight for what you believe in and just let it go, or try and avoid combat. This, of course, they can't, so it doesn't apply. But that's why foolhardy opinion. I guess it's like that's what Akihiko and Ken is hoping Mitsuru would be. Well, Naoto, I guess, would be a better example. Let's not do the combat thing. There might be a better solution. Okay, and I might lose if I don't try really hard here. So let's do that. Okay, special move. Oh wow, that just. Oh no. There we go. Oh no. There we go. There we go. That was a little bit overkill, but hey, I still did it. Cracks form in the red pillars as they crumble into dust, then vanish entirely at the same time. The form of the fake Junpei-san melts into a black vortex. The proof that he had been fighting a fake makes me feel a little relieved.
Are you alright, Sonata-san?
Oh, that's interesting. So, in the canon, it was Ken that did that fight.
I wish I could say I was, but I'm pretty exhausted. I won't be able to call on my persona for a while. I guess that cross drains the spiritual energy from whoever's stuck on it.
Koromaru-san speaks up as if trying to get our attention. The remains of the shadows swirling about the center of the room release small balls of light that rise into the void above the room.
Weird. The same thing happened to the fake Yukun too.
It's flowing up. Does that mean it's being collected somehow? What in the world is that?
There's something else that I've noticed. Everyone in Inaba, aside from us Persona users, has vanished. Doesn't that remind you of the Dark Hour and Tartarus?
That's ominous. If I remember right from last time we were here, the enemy was trying to turn personas into shadows and collect their power. And we know all too well what happens when shadows gather in Tartarus.
Sonata-san, immediately after we reached Inaba, we were attacked by someone who looked very similar to Ikutsuki.
Ikutsuki? That's impossible. We saw him.
Yes, though I don't know if it was really him. But one of the Persona users from Inaba, Naoto-san, knew about Ikutsuki.
The detective, huh? So they're running around out there too.
Indeed. I wanted to find an explanation to this situation as soon as possible, so we shared what we knew with each other.
This is their town. No matter how much we might try to stop them, they have the right to protect this place. Mitsuru knows that at least. Oh, it seems like she was trying to bear the entire burden herself again. They're all incredibly skilled, too. If we can meet up with them, we'll be able to solve this case that much quicker. You made the right call, Ken.
Thank you.
Ikutsuki, huh? If he's really behind this, then we're at even more of a disadvantage. Sorry, Ken, but let me make sure I've got it all straight.
Now that Akihiko-san's recovered his senses somewhat, we both explain the sequence of events we've experienced up until this point.
So we fell right into the enemy's trap and got ourselves captured. How careless of us.
There's no time to waste here. Akihiko-san is far from normal condition, but he appears to have recovered enough to be able to walk on his own. We leave the music room and decide to look for some stairs so we can head up. Since the remains of the fakes were all going upwards, we conclude that there must be something above us that they're all going to.
By the way, Sonata-san, how have Mitsuru-san and the others been? I haven't seen them in a while.
I hadn't seen her in a long time till I got back either. Don't worry, she hasn't changed at all. If anything, she seemed even more dreadful.
I see. I don't know if I should feel relieved or worried. What, does Mitsuru-san scare you too? She's always really nice to me.
You just don't know how frightening she can be. Try getting hit with that kick of hers. You won't eat normally for a week.
She's very intense. And that's coming from me. Now that I think about it, I can't believe she was just a high school student when we met. Huh. If that's the case, then I'll try asking her to start being nicer to you two. You can't.
Don't.
You don't have to get so flustered, you know?
Those two had been so calm and rational when confronted with these fake Junpei-san. Seeing them so distraught over the thought of this, I can't help but laugh. Akihito-san and Ken smile with embarrassment. Koromaru-san walks on coolly as if this is no concern of his. It must be rather difficult to have to act against one's true feelings. Well, that was... I guess, you know, they do have enough story in them that you could arguably fill a whole episode for all of these to be continued with them. Okay, so we've got the odd couple. Is that what was that, Yukari and Yukiko? Or was that like, I suppose they could have met up with different people. There's another one. Oh, there it is down there. So, Tartarus Tragedy. So, I will go with Yukari next. Because it's a little bit, you know, close. Yeah, it's not further down the storyline like Akihiko, that's why. So, 41%. Wow, that's... I don't know if that's really quick or really slow. Oh well, I like it.